The mark of the three borders is situated on the fluvial rim near the merging of the Iguazu and Paraná rivers. From here, seen at a distance, are the two other boundaries: Paraguay on the right bank of the Paraná River and Argentina on the left bank of the Iguazu River. Each of the countries display their respective national colors. The National Park of Iguazu was established and has the largest reserve of subtropical rainforest in the world. Its plant life is rich with pine trees and laurels, among other hardwood trees. It's supported by the Brazilian Institute of Forest Development, IBDF, whose main objectives are the protection of nature, assistance to the natural sciences, and preservation of the existing forest reserves. Including Iguazu National Park, the IBDF is responsible for 43 preserved areas, 28 national parks, and 15 biological reserves, totaling 11 million hectares, or a little more than 1% of the national territory. Located on the bank of the Iguazu River, the Poço Preto is a spot of great interest for sightseeing. In the park, you can see large sparrowhawks, purple-breasted parrots, tinamous birds, and red and blue macaws. The most common animals are the capivaras, margays, armadillos, lizards, pacas, and cochillas. A tour of the Macuco consists of a passage by jeep, penetrating the forest and relishing in the intimacy of the park and of the many species that live here in their own habitat. After a short walk through narrow trails and over tree trunk bridges, we see the Salto do Macuco with its crystal clean waters that slip at a height of 20 meters, falling on top of boulders near the Iguazu River bank. Here you can take a boat. According to an Indian legend, the snake god emboders of the waterfalls. According to an Indian legend, the snake god Imboy, the son of Tupão, lived in the riverbed of Iguazu. The Indians offered him the most beautiful girls of the tribes that remained virgins for their entire life. However, Naipi, a priestess that was going to be sanctified, fell in love with Tarobá, a young warrior. The both of them decided to run away and fled by canoe through the Iguazu River. Imboy, in order to impede the lovers from reaching the Paraná River, since there he had no power, lifted his immense body and violently dived into the waters of the river, in this way forming the falls. The waterfalls of Iguazu are the most beautiful in the world. Moreover, the river itself measures above them 1,200 meters in width, narrowing to a fissure of 65 meters, whereas to form a canyon. There are 275 waterfalls that, when at their maximum flow, form one giant waterfall that falls with a force of 10,000 cubic meters per second. In height, it surpasses Niagara Falls in the United States. In volume, that of the Victoria in Central Africa. As much on the Brazilian side as the Argentinian side, there is a planned infrastructure to accommodate visitors of the falls. There are 2 hotels of international service, good restaurants, and special areas reserved for camping, with tours by land, air, and water. From the Argentinian side, you can take a boat ride until the island of San Martin. After arriving, you take a short stroll to see the well-known falls of San Martin. Another popular attraction is the helicopter ride, allowing you a view that encompasses all of the falls. There are the trails and narrow bridges that bring you the closest to the falls, enchanting all who see them. Of all the falls, the largest and most famous is the Devil's Throat, with a height of 90 meters. There are, of course, others that deserve notability for their beauty. They are the Santa Maria, Deodoro, Floriano, and the Benjamin Constant. Side, the panoramic view from the elevator awakens the interest of all the tourists. From here you find a captivating view of the falls. Floor, you can find the souvenir shops of Naipi and Tarouba. In this exuberant setting, one can't help but be enhanced by the closeness and intensity of the water. Expressed in different languages and from all corners of the earth is the marvel of this enchanting place.
Io vengo dall'Italia e vivo in Milano e sono turista qua alle cascate di Iguazu. La mia impressione sulle cascate è che siano un posto meraviglioso, come un paradiso terrestre, un posto veramente fantastico.
私は京都から来ました。イグアスの滝、muito bon. J'ai pour la première fois visité les chutes de Iguazu. C'est un spectacle merveilleux.